years ago, I, Izzy Bianchini, was a very fearful freshman. I didn't know what I was going to do in high school. I just knew that it ended in college, and so this was the time for me to make a list of achievements, a resume, so at the end of it all, colleges could see that and recognize me and accept me. I decided what I was going to do when I saw, for the first time, the LFHS Wall of Excellence. On it, I saw plastered achievement. I didn't see the individuals for who they were as people, but for the fact that their pictures were up there. They had accomplished something, and now they were important. So I looked at it and I said, whoa, I want to be important too. I want colleges to recognize me, but I also want other people to recognize me. I think I was important. So that's what I did. I thought, I am going to achieve. I plunged into high school trying to be excellent in every area of my life. I pushed myself in my sports, in my academics, and even in my appearance. I thought that if I pushed hard enough, that people would think that I was an athlete, that I was smart, that I was together, that I had it together. But during the entire time that I was doing this, I was running around, and my worth existed in other people's opinions of me. My worth was outside of myself. And because of that, I was completely miserable. I felt like I was on the wall 24/7, and that if I didn't have some achievement for other people to see, that I was worthless. I was self-conscious, I was frustrated, and the process went on that I continued to run around and try to do all these achievements, and I got more and more negative and mean to myself. Well, this entire mind-numbing process would have gone on forever if I hadn't been physically stopped. I hit the point of total mental and physical exhaustion. And at that point, it was not fun, but at that point I was in a new phase of recuperation. I needed to relax, to rest. My lifestyle became one of much more sleep and eating better, and so I started getting a lot more mental clarity. I started to see that the way that my mindset had been so narrow. I've been so focused on doing for the past few years, and I never looked out and seen that those weren't even things that I liked at all. They made me so stressed out. I came to this realization also when I started a new habit of yoga and meditation. The first thing that I conceptually realized from yoga was that my thoughts are not me. My thoughts had been the things that had pushed me through fear to try to do all of these accomplishments. They told me that I needed to keep up with everyone and made me feel worried all the time. My thoughts were things that needed to be controlled. And in meditation, they tell you not to think. They tell you instead to feel. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Feel the body part that you're meditating on, your hands, for example. Feel all the sensations and the pain. And I saw this as something that could free me. I decided that I would make this a daily discipline. Why? Because when I stopped thinking, when all thoughts had been pushed away, and it took a lot of fighting and a lot of time, but when I stopped thinking, there was a voice inside me. It was not a thought. It was the voice of who I really was. And that voice told me that I could do it, that I was worthy whether I was on the wall or not. That was the positive voice. And so, every day I decided that I was going to connect with that voice, that I was going to fight against the thoughts, I was going to get up every morning and do my yoga and do my meditation, and I was not going to listen to, oh, it's too hard. No, you can't do it. No. I did this for a few months. And after a few months, I started hearing that positive voice even when I wasn't meditating. I started hearing it in my daily life. When I needed it, I would hear, I trust you, we can do this. It was the better half of me telling me the truth. At that point, I knew who I was. I had found my worth from within myself. And I realized that I was a positive person. That positive voice was me. I realized the things that I really loved, that I loved to dance, for example. I am by no means a professional dancer, but I love to go into my basement and have dance parties when I'm stressed out or even when I just need to. And I also realized that I live for my friendships, for my relationships. I live for my relationships and for myself. My self-worth comes from the fact that I can always connect back with myself in my meditation, and that I can maintain my healthy lifestyle and my self-love. Well, okay. Why did I just tell you this entire story of how I came to know my self-worth? Well, it's because I know I cannot have been the only one who ever came to high school and felt this way. That oftentimes in affluent communities like ours, people see the bountiful, visible accomplishments of other people. They see the superb grades, the colleges we seniors will soon be attending, the cars, the money, and all of the accomplishments. And they begin to believe that without those accomplishments, that they will have less worth. Well, my message is that the things that you do are not you at your entirety. My hope for you is that you are able to take a small time out of your day, even if it is 5 minutes, to do something that makes you feel good, to do the things you love. Whether it's to go out on a walk, or to do your sport, or even to just sit with yourself in the quiet. You need to take a break, a small one, from all the doing and the achieving, although it is wonderful, and have a small time to love yourself. The success on the wall of excellence is wonderful and should be celebrated. But the wall is not how I define my success. My success is my continuing self-love and the fact that I know that my self-worth is not a destination. It's something that I will maintain for the rest of my life and something that is a beautiful journey. My wish for you overall is for each one of you to be content. My dream for you is for you to connect with yourself because you are worth it.